The email arrived at 2:17 in the morning. Not the kind you can ignore. Not the kind you sleep through. It carried the weight of consequences, missed deadlines, unmet expectations, a future suddenly uncertain. In that moment, it felt like standing in a valley, staring up at something far bigger than you. A modern giant. Loud, intimidating, relentless. That's how Goliaths still show up today. They don't wear armor. They wear bills, diagnoses, broken relationships, job losses, and quiet fears no one else sees. And like most people, our first instinct is to reach for armor. Confidence we don't feel, strategies borrowed from others, strength we pretend to have. We suit up, hoping it will be enough. David stood in that same valley once. But what made him different wasn't his courage. It wasn't his aim. It wasn't even the stone. It was what he refused to carry. When armor was offered, David tried it on, and immediately knew it wasn't his. Not because it was heavy, but because it wasn't rooted in who he truly was. Saul's armor represented human solutions, proven, impressive, admired. Yet David quietly stepped out of it, choosing something far less impressive: trust. That decision didn't look bold on the outside, but it was deeply humble. David didn't say, "I am strong enough." He said, "I have seen God be faithful before." He remembered the silent victories no one applauded: the lion, the bear, the long days of unseen obedience. His confidence wasn't built on potential, it was built on memory. Not of his own strength, but of God's presence. That kind of humility changes everything. Not the humility that shrinks back, but the humility that steps forward without pretending to be more than it is. David didn't run toward Goliath believing he was unstoppable. He ran knowing he was dependent. And that dependence became his greatest strength. Because when you stop trying to prove yourself, you free yourself. When you stop carrying armor that doesn't fit, you move faster. When you stop trusting appearances, you start trusting truth. Modern problems don't fall because we shout louder or push harder. They fall when we stand honestly, aware of our limits, anchored in something greater. That late-night email? It didn't disappear overnight, but the fear did. Because humility doesn't remove the giant, it changes who you are when facing it. And sometimes, that is the real victory. If you enjoyed this story, please subscribe, like, share, and drop your thoughts in the comment section. Thanks.